Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. Today's video is going to be one where I answer all of your burning questions. It's going to be the questions I've been avoiding video. If I'm being honest, I haven't been avoiding any questions. I just thought it'd be like a fun, catchy title. A lot of people have been using it. So here we go. I asked you guys to ask me questions. I'm actually going back because it's been a minute since I actually asked you guys to ask me the questions. So let's see what you guys wanted to know. I will answer it all for you. Hi guys, this is me editing and in full-blown catfish mode, but I just want to say I'm so sorry. My washing machine was on this entire video and it was so loud. You can also hear my dog snoring throughout this video and he goes brrrr. So that's not my stomach or farts, it's straight up my dog snoring. And I'm pretty sure the garbage man drove through during this video. So just an overall shitstorm of really lovely, eclectic sounds throughout the background. So I'm very apologetic if that is distracting throughout the duration of this video, but I really don't feel like refilming this. So I hope you still enjoy. But anyways, I love you guys. Thanks for putting up with my nonsense. Okay, we're gonna scroll down to the beginning. Someone says, how did your measurements change with your overall weight loss? Well, my measurements changed pretty dramatically. Not pretty dramatically, but dramatically-ish. My hips went from a 42, I think, to a 36.5, 37. And my waist went from a 29 to a 25, 26. So they've certainly changed. Are you on birth control? Has that affected your weight loss journey? I'm not on birth control. I've had a copper IUD since I was a freshman in college. So a long time. How did you and your boyfriend meet? Another one, how did you meet your man? A lot about my boyfriend. My boyfriend is, if any of you guys are OG subscribers, I'm just gonna answer. There's 1,000 of them about boyfriends. How has it been moving across the country with your boyfriend? What happened with that boyfriend Frank that you moved to LA with? Are you still together? Are you all getting married? How to help? Oh, I thought you and your boyfriend broke up. Are you and Frank back together? What's the tea? How did you meet your boyfriend? A ton about my how long are you and your boyfriend been dating? Why have you kept your boyfriend so low key? How did you and Frank find your way back together? Loved you guys years ago. Show us your man. When did you and Frank get back together? How'd you meet the boyfriend? How long have you been booed up? Anyways, long story short, I'm just gonna answer the boyfriend questions. I know it's what you guys wanna know, and here's the thing. I'm not gonna say too much in too much detail because at the end of the day, he's a human too, and I don't want to put all of our relationship business on blast because I am somebody who posts my life on social media. He didn't sign up for that, you know what I mean? I mean, he did, but it's not like he's posting his life all over social media. So long story short, I moved here with my boyfriend at the time of 5 years, 6 years. I've known him since 2012. And we went through a rough patch, but long story short, we're back together. Here's what I'll say. Every couple goes through their stuff. Not every couple has it publicly displayed on social media with a lot of people asking their questions. Not every single couple goes through all of their college phases together. He's been with me since I was a senior in high school, essentially. I've gone through his college phases, he's gone through mine. We've gone through our first jobs together, we moved to LA together. We've gone through we went through a pandemic. A lot of things have happened where not every relationship is able to withstand that kind of stress and pressure being put on it. Honestly guys, if it's meant to be, it'll be. So if it's maybe not the right time or you're going through something where you need to work on yourself, there's that old cliche saying that's if you love something, let it go. If it comes back to you, then it was meant to be. If something's meant to be, it will be. You shouldn't have to force it. At the same time, relationships take effort and they take work. And if you really want to make something work, it has to be a two-way street and both people have to work at it. And you're always going to have your problems and issues, and you have to just learn to take the good with the bad. And unfortunately, fairy tale relationships don't exist. Maybe they do for some people, but from my experience, it doesn't work that way. Everyone I know that's had a solid, steady, long-term relationship has had their fair share of issues that they've had to work through. And if you really want to make it work with somebody, then you need to work on those issues. And if you feel like, I was just talking to someone the other day who went through a long-term relationship and then had a breakup and never regretted it, and was like, I'm so thankful that, you know, that chapter of my life is closed and blah, blah, blah. I didn't feel that way, you know? I think that Frank has always been my person, and he always will be my person. And we make each other better and balance each other out in the perfect way. Even though we drive each other absolutely crazy sometimes, we wouldn't have it any other way. And yeah, like I said, if it's meant to be, it will be. What happened to your old YouTube videos? I get these questions a lot. I deleted them, I archived them. I'm such a perfectionist with things that sometimes I just go through and get rid of stuff. But honestly, there are a lot of videos on my channel that I just don't resonate with anymore. And a lot of try on hauls and all kinds of stuff that just wasn't me. And I was just like posting for the sake of posting. And I want to put out content on any of my social media platforms that I'm going to be proud of and that really embodies what I'm trying to promote. Even like my old what I eat in a days and stuff, a lot of content in that is just not what I want to be promoting to you guys. And I just really want to put out organic content that is aligned with what I stand for. So that's just not the kind of content that I want to be putting out there. So yeah, those videos are gone, so stop asking about them. How many calories do you typically eat in a day? This was another one. What's your diet like? Weight loss tips, blah, blah, blah. I don't know how many calories I typically eat in a day. It varies every single day. I think that the body is incredible and it has this crazy way of balancing itself out. One day I might feel super hungry and I might eat everything in my freaking kitchen, and the next day my body just naturally doesn't feel as hungry. Not always, but a lot of times. So I really don't know. I eat 2 coffees in the morning, I have a mid-morning snack, and then I have a full breakfast, then I have a mid-afternoon snack, then I have a full lunch, then I have a snack before dinner, then I have dinner, and then I have dessert. I have a lot of food, okay? Not always do I have all of this, especially if I'm like running around. Sometimes I have like breakfast, dinner, and then dessert, you know, it always varies. But if I'm sitting at home and my freaking pantry's right there, that's pretty much what I'm eating. But it's not always huge. Like my mid-afternoon snack might be like a date, a fig, and some almond butter. Like it's not a freaking bag of chips every day, but some days it is. So I truly like couldn't tell you because I actually don't know. Like it varies every single day. Would you ever make an OnlyFans? I don't want to say absolutely not, because in the moment, absolutely not, but like you never say never, because you know I could say absolutely not and then all of a sudden I'm like, woo, hey guys, I made an OnlyFans. No, but honestly, no shade to anybody that has an OnlyFans. I think honestly, if you're knocking somebody for doing something that's making them money, and if they're happy, then that's a very sad life that you live. Let people do whatever they want. I personally think whatever makes you happy, whatever floats your boat, whatever gets you that bag, sis, like you do you, okay? I'm never one to hate on someone's hustle. It's just not for me. I have other things that I'm passionate about that I want to do, and different ways that I want to take, different directions that I want to take my career in, and that's just not one of them. So it's not the career path for me. Do you find people in LA to be fake? I find people in LA to be, I guess, fake in a sense of like opportunistic. Yeah, I've had people that I think want to be my friend because they think they're gonna get something out of it, sure. But I have a really good bullshit radar. Like I'm really good at gauging, not to say energy because that sounds pretty LA, but like I would say that I'm pretty solid when it comes to figuring out if someone's a real friend or not. And I don't know if this is purely by coincidence, but I end up making friends, the majority of my friends outside of my industry. And that isn't because I think that all models are fake or all whoever's, because clearly I've met some really amazing people who have the same job as me. I've actually made some amazing friends in LA. So sure, like there are some fake people or people that like just want to have you as like a going out friend, or you know, just want to have you because they think that you're gonna benefit them in some way. Absolutely, there's plenty of those kind of people, but then there are also really awesome people and people that you make genuine connections with, and I feel like I've made friendships out here in LA that I'm gonna have for the rest of my life. So yes and no. And it's like that everywhere, you know what I mean? It's like that back in my hometown, it's like that in every city. There's good and bad people everywhere, so you just have to know that you're a good person with good intentions, and I think that if you're secure in that, that's what you're gonna attract, and you will know when someone is the right fit for you. Same with relationships, you'll know. When it's your person, you'll know. Do you think you'll get married anytime soon? I've been watching you for years, XO. Listen, baby, that is not up to me. I am such a hopeless romantic. I am so corny and so corny. Like, I have a full dream wedding planned. I have all the above. I have it all in my head since I was a little girl. I've wanted the 2 kids with a white picket fence and a dog. I at least already have the dog. But who knows? Honestly, it's such a weird time right now that I think I give so much respect to anybody that is getting engaged and married and doing all that during this time, because it must be so tough to try to plan that. So in a way, I'm kind of grateful that that's not something I'm worried about right now. But again, that's not up to me, so we'll see. Is anything else coming for Nika the brand? Actually, yes. Unfortunately, we launched Nika right before the pandemic hit. So it was a lot of overhead investment trying to make everything hand cut and sewn in LA, and then with the pandemic, selling things at a higher price point wasn't exactly the most ideal situation. So yeah, it hasn't been the easiest, but it's definitely been a learning curve. And absolutely, there has been a lot of stuff behind the scenes that I've been working on. I'm thinking of doing a whole Nika rebrand, and I think you guys are really gonna like it. I think, again, it's part of learning to find yourself, and it's part of being an adult, that you realize don't do things that you think other people are gonna like, do things that you're gonna like. And as much as I do really like so much of the collection that we came out with at first, I think I was trying to cater to a specific audience, and I was like, oh, like neon is super trendy right now, whereas like I typically wear neutral colors. But yes, more stuff is coming. How did you move out of your hometown? My boyfriend had always wanted to move to California. He waited until I graduated college, and then I took a year off in between when I moved to LA and when I graduated college, and I focused on my social media. I worked on Instagram and YouTube, and then we packed up our stuff and moved to LA. We came out here for a week. We toured apartments. We signed a lease within that week. Then we paid for a month ahead of time that we wouldn't be able to live in the apartment, essentially, because they were like, you have to secure it now and pay for this month, or like we're giving it to someone else. So we had to do that, and then we moved. We drove across the country and we moved. There's never gonna be a right time. You're never gonna be fully ready, let me tell you that. I cried when we were pulling away from his parents' house because I saw his dad cry and it made me cry, and I realized like, oh, I'm so comfortable back home, like I want to stay. And I don't regret it at all. I'm happy I did it. I think it's obviously, you know, like one of the most amazing things, and I'm very happy. But yeah, there's never gonna be a right, perfect time to do it. So sometimes you gotta just rip the band-aid off, and if it's something that you feel like you wanna do it. Because honestly, you can always go back. You can always move back home if you want to. There's plenty of people that I know that have tried it out. They've tried the city life. It wasn't for them. They moved back home. And who cares? That's fine, you know? So do it. What's your deepest secret that you haven't told anyone? I peed my pants in CVS in the 4th grade. Like straight up, I was in the card aisle and I had to pee so bad and I just straight up peed. That's not my secret that I haven't told anyone, because I've told plenty of people that. But now I don't think I've shared that on YouTube. So now you all know. I have peed my pants. I was way too old to be peeing my pants in a public pharmacy, but I peed my pants. Why did you lose your ass? Honestly, man, I don't know. It just kind of fell off one day. I like looked and I've been searching for it. I lost it. I've been searching and I just can't find it. I think he's playing hide and go seek. Like, I've just been looking for him everywhere. I'm like, hello, where'd he go? But no, I don't know. I don't know why. Did you ever smoke weed before or vape? And if so, what's your thoughts? No, I've never smoked. I mean, I have smoked weed before, but it is not for me. I have plenty of friends that do, and they love it, and it's great for them and like a way to relax. I'm a very paranoid person, and anything that is mind altering, it just doesn't work for me. Although people say that weed isn't like that, for me, from my experience, it has been. So it's not for me. It makes me paranoid. And yeah, no. What made you want to be a model? To be honest with you, I didn't really know I was gonna be a model. I got scouted from Instagram from my mother agent, and before that I was doing like Instagram modeling, so I was doing like photo shoots and stuff, but it was kind of just for Instagram. So I thought that was fun, and I just didn't really know how much modeling really entailed. And I didn't know that I really had what it took to model, because I didn't know I could model at the size that I was at when I was scouted. So I guess starting to model is what made me want to model, because once I started actually doing it, I realized how much I really enjoyed it and how actually rewarding it can be when you see something that you worked so hard on. And I know it sounds stupid because you're just like somebody posing in a photo, but when you see a campaign in a store, or you see yourself on a billboard, or you see yourself in a website, or your friends send you something that's like in an email flyer that is your face, and you're like, holy crap, that's actually insane. Like, little me would have pissed her pants to see myself on the Guess website. Like, are you kidding me? And like, it just still, it's so crazy to me, you know? So I think that, yeah, I didn't realize how much I loved it until I realized how much I loved it. What was high school like for you? High school was interesting for me because I had come from a very, very small private school in 8th grade. And so that was the year right before high school, obviously. So everybody already knew each other. Everybody had their friends. I had like a couple of friends that I had made in 8th grade. And I'm grateful for those friends because a lot of them I still have to this day. Like, I met Lindsay, she was on my bus. I met my friend Monica. I met a couple of really close girlfriends that I still have right now. But I was by no means like one of the popular kids. I think I counted like 2 high school parties out of my high school that I went to. I was always like, if I did go to high school parties, it was like with my friends from other towns, and I would go to like their high school parties, but I was by no means like a cool person. I was never on sports teams or anything like that. So yeah, I wasn't like a cool person in high school. I was just chilling, you know? Did you receive backlash from the body positive community for losing weight and not being plus size? You know what? Kind of, but also not really. People who have said something, I'm like, honestly, it's not your body. I really don't care, to be honest. Like, I'm happy and healthy, and if you have a problem with that. So anyways, I think I've blabbed on for long enough. I love you guys. I will talk to you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. Bye.